title states, the Seattle trip is currently in jeopardy right now. And not the way you think. Mind the shivering, I don't know why I feel cold. It's in the mid 60s. It's just 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts also. Guess wind chill. But I should be fine. Anyways, after this will be updates on the cyclone, winter storm Miles, and earthquakes, volcano, and word of the day. All that will be on the table. But I have to address this right now because the Seattle trip is in jeopardy right now, and all future trips in and out of the state is in jeopardy because of the Competes bill. Now, starters, I don't plan on bringing any of my animals with me to the Seattle trip. Starters will just be too cold and too pricey. But once I start driving and whatnot, and storm chasing and everything like that, that's where the jeopardy comes in. Plus, if this bill does pass, I would have to stay in Kansas and fight whoever tries to come take my animals, especially my snake. I'll fight anyone. So, now to reason why the Competes bill puts everything in jeopardy. There's this thing called the Lacey Act in the bill that some doofus in the House snuck in there. I don't know who, but enough of these doofuses voted for it to pass it, and now it's in the Senate, which will probably get filibustered. Let's be honest, that's probably a guarantee at this point. But the Lacey Act would basically ban the travel of most, if not all, animals across state borders. I'm not sure to the extent. It's like all except for the government-approved animals can cross state lines. That's basically what that means. Now, most of this will affect the larger reptile species, the venomous species, a lot of insect species, fish. The more exotic animals will be more affected, but because everyone likes to go by the book for every letter, if they forget like a breed of dog or cat, and then boom, they're banned in the country. Also, this opens the door for a nationwide pit bull ban, which cannot happen. Because you know, with that bill, the pit bulls, they're done. They're done. Which is the sad part. Also, not only that, this will affect hunting and fishing across state borders. Now, the place where I worked at with Blue Ribbon, they have a couple days a month outside of the winter months where they sell like chicks, like ducklings, and fish. Not necessarily on the same day, but occasionally they are. The suppliers for that is from outside a state. Those will cease to exist. Plus, with the fact that you can't really hunt or fish across state borders with this bill, that will also cripple that industry. That will cripple Blue Ribbon, put that out of business. It'll put a lot of pet stores out of business. Zoos done for. Some of them I could see should be done for, but the ones that are actually responsible with their animals, they don't need to be punished for this. I understand the whole Burmese crisis, the iguana crisis in Florida, but the bulk of that was due to a couple hurricanes in the 1990s, Andrew to name one. Yeah, sure, people released them, and some probably escaped human care before Andrew, but that was a bit more manageable until after Andrew caused a wild population to blow up out of proportions. For context, it destroyed a couple breeding facilities, and a lot of Burmese got loose as a result. And considering it's a breeding facility in the time of year, a lot of them were probably gravid. So there's that. But yeah, it's like, what the hell? This Competes bill is a pain in the ass. Plus, there's also another reason why the whole trip is in jeopardy. Still waiting on the refund from the bus because the tickets were out of whack. And the itinerary reduced one transfer and is no longer going north. It's going south through Oklahoma and then north through along the Rocky Mountains, Colorado into Wyoming. And with the time frame and with what the weather models are saying, odds are it will change, considering it's like 2 weeks away. I may get snowed in Denver or somewhere in Wyoming. So that could be a possibility. Which would be content for sure, as long as there's signal. But nonetheless, there's that too. There might be some issues there. So, but worst case scenario with that area, the trip will be postponed a week. Competes will flat out cancel the trip. It cannot pass. I've already alerted the Pitbull community on Facebook. A lot of hunters and fishers I know of in the area. Alerted a few other people on Twitter. Alerted the senators from Kansas on this bill. And because I'm sure they're already going to vote no anyways, but still. That's an awesome hawk. Hopefully my cat's safe. That's a big old hawk or raven or something. That's a raven or crow. But still, it's something to really keep an eye on. It's like we just gotta keep this bill from passing. As long as the Lacey Act is in the Competes bill, it cannot pass the Senate. It needs to be filibustered, and I'm happy that the bill to end the filibuster got filibustered, so the filibuster is possible with the Competes Act. And it's like, yeah, Competes Act will end the filibuster, and I'll be happy. Well, no, filibuster will end the Competes Act, and I'll be happy. So, odds are it will get filibustered, as how stubborn everyone is. But still. And there's the U.S. ARC, which is doing a lot with lobbying against the bill. I'm sure PetSmart and Petco is also lobbying against this bill, same as the ASPCA, maybe the Humane Society, they'll definitely be against this bill. But I know one organization that will be definitely for this bill, and that's fucking PETA. The freaking vegan Nazi organization. That's what I'm just calling them vegan Nazis because that's pretty much what they are. Yeah, that's pretty much what they are at this point. But yeah, it's just we need to do what we can legally and civilian-like to end this bill. We don't need no other situation in January 2021. We don't need any more of those. Because that will just push for them to want to pass the bill. But we just need to push for them. Like, blow up their Twitters to urge them to vote no on this bill. Just spam their inboxes to get them to vote no for this bill. Like, this is a huge, huge thing that will cripple the pet and zoo industries in this country. Along with the meat industry, that will get slaughtered too. No pun intended. And the hunting and fishing industries will be horrible on this too, especially with the fishing out in open waters, because you can't just sail north or south and go into different state boundaries if you have fish on your ship. That's what that'll pertain. But yeah, that does seem to be it for right now. Stay safe. See you next video or stream. Bye.